For anyone who wants a relationship with Santa Muerte, or wants her in their lives, or wants their protection, their help, or whatever the case is, I think like the most asked question, number one, and then number two, the biggest fear or worry is how do I do it? Like, how do I start? Do I need to buy a statue? Should I have an image? And then the other one is the fear of doing something wrong, or the fear of doing something wrong or incorrect. And then ultimately that fear happens because as a result, they fear that she won't listen, or because of something that they missed or they did wrong, knowing or unknowingly, like the spirit may not hear them or come to them, right? So those are the two biggest things that I hear people say and ask. So number one, all you need to do to start is simply, and in reality, if it comes down to it, you don't need anything. Santa Muerte will hear you if you simply pray to her, if you talk to her. By pray, I mean talk, okay? Because Santa Muerte is not a religion. There is no sigil for Santa Muerte, okay? There is no symbol or anything like that. Santa Muerte is beyond all of that, okay? And all you need to do is simply talk to her. You sit, you close your eyes, and you start talking to her. If you can, get a candle and you can tell her, cleanse it in whatever way you want. You should always, that's just a rule of thumb, not just for Santa Muerte, but for whatever. There's a lot of people that touch the candles and in the process of making them and whatever, so you should always cleanse it. And all you're gonna say is hold it in your hand and simply tell her, Santa Muerte, this candle is for you. You light it and you sit with a cup of water, a candle and a cup of water. Same thing, you dedicate it, say, Santa Muerte, this cup of water is for you. Those two things. One candle, it could be a tea light, it could be a birthday candle, and a cup of water. And you start talking. You tell her, Santa Muerte, whatever it is comes from your heart. This is my name. Obviously she knows your name, but this is just the way I do it, right? Like, I'm introducing myself as the realm that I live in, which is I'm a human. And as long as it's sincere, I want to get to know you. I'm confused. I don't know exactly why I'm drawn to you or why you came into my life, but I want to get to know you. And then just start talking to her. It doesn't have to be a long time. Just tell her from your heart what is in your heart, your intention. You cannot lie, and you cannot withhold, and you cannot anything like that with Santa Muerte. So be honest. Just be honest. If you have doubts, be honest about your doubts. If you feel like you lack faith, tell her, I lack faith. But just be genuine. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the fear of doing something wrong. Okay, this is why I started off by saying you don't even need anything. Okay, but yes, it's recommended, I would say, get a glass of water and a candle. But if you can't, simply close your eyes and start talking to her. So the fear is doing something wrong, and as a result, her not coming to you or listening to you. I don't want to say that you can't do anything wrong with Santa Muerte, because yes, you can. But in what we're speaking about, it's very unlikely. You don't have to have a cup of water. You don't have to have a candle. This spirit, all you need to connect to her is just close your eyes and talk to her. Call her, Santa Muerte. Please come, Santa Muerte. I want to talk to you, Santa Muerte. I want to get to know you. And that's all you need to do. There is no specific prayer that you have to say before you begin talking to her. You don't have to say 5 Our Fathers. You don't have to do any of that. She will hear you, whether you feel her or not, or whether you dream of her or not. She will listen to your prayer. Whether she replies in the way that you want your prayer answered or not, she listens to your prayer. She listens to each and every single one of you. When you call out to her, when you speak to her, when you pray to her, you don't have to have a statue. You don't have to have an image. You don't have to. If you want to, yes, do it. I think that it helps in our human minds when we have the image, but it's mainly for us. It's mainly for us that we have statues. It's mainly for us that we have an image. I mean, it does go a little bit further than that, because these images, the ofrenda, which is the altar, they start to embody this energy, right? So, and it becomes like a nexus, like a connecting point for an exchange of offering and energy. Ultimately, it's energy. But at the end of the day, you don't have to have anything. Would I think it's a good idea? Yes, it's a good idea. So if you plan to start, building a relationship with her, yes, you should have a little candle. It doesn't have to be on all the time. You should have a glass of water. And if you can, go ahead and print an image of her or buy a statue, a little statue. Actually, Janelle Longoria, which her Etsy is La Casa Calacas, she sells Santa Muerte statues of all sizes. So I remember when I first started, as a matter of fact, it's this one. Oh, where is it? And out of all my statues, out of everything I have on my ofrenda, this little statue is the most important to me. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna I mentioned the story of what happened with this little statue about a year ago. But I'm gonna make another video today about it, because I mentioned it in a video, but this honestly needs a story of its own. It's like 2 inches. It was not this color. I bought it. It was a silver statue, because that's, I think, the only one she had in this size at that time, and I had to keep it hidden from being with the person that I was with. And this little owl is actually a milagro that I glued on there, and I painted it 3 colors because at that time I wanted a statue that represented the 3 robes. Again, I was trying to keep it hidden, so I got nail polish and I painted it black, red, and white, and then I added the little owl. This is the most important statue for me, that the day I die I'd want to be buried with or burned with or whatever. But I got that from her Etsy. So if, I don't know, you live with people who whatever, look at that, look how small it is. You can get the 2-inch statue from her Etsy. So yeah, if you can, go ahead and get that. I would take it out when I would go to pray with her, and then I would put it away. Until this day, doesn't matter, my big statues, my smaller statues, the huge one is right next to me right here, the 7-foot statue. This is the most important one to me. So don't be afraid to say the wrong thing, to approach the wrong way. Look, as long as you're being genuine, not arrogant, not prideful, humble, and respectful, she will listen to you. Like I said, whether you feel it or not, whatever or not, she will listen to you. And yeah, so that is all you need to do every day, or try every day. It doesn't take but 2 minutes. Sit down and talk to her. Tell her about your day. You're building a relationship with her. But if you do, make sure that you don't do it out of complete obligation without your heart being in it. If you're too tired, it's okay. You don't have to sit, just go to bed. A lot of times when I would go lay down and I was really tired, I would just, as I'm falling asleep, close my eyes and tell her, Santa Muerte, thank you for being in my life. Thank you for your protection. Or I love you, Santa Muerte. Just anything, you know what I mean? But you acknowledge that she's with you all day. She's not here in my ofrenda. You know what I mean? Like, I know she walks with me all day. I know she is with me when I drive. I know she's with me when I'm at work. This spirit is all around us. She is with us all the time. Okay, so I hope this helps you, and I will be making a video about the story of that little statue, or one of the stories of that statue. But all right, guys, bye.